Welcome back, everyone, to the conclusion here of Breakers. John, tell me more about these flaming skulls.
They just want to talk to you.
Oh, great. Easy.
They have some exciting investment opportunities that they want to know.
Oh, no. They're going to ask us to buy a timeshare in the break zone.
These are the worst monsters. How could he create something so horrible?
You sell some stuff to your friends, and they sell it to their friends, and everyone.
Yes, the great pyramid scheme of Kai Shirikai.
It's more of it's a ziggurat scheme.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, I think everyone is totally mesmerized by painful revelations through a magical movie theater projector, and you all by flying skulls at the end.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
It's been fun, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it.
What? So, Spoons, you, as always, you're the fastest. Plus, you critted your entrance into the room. So you still have maybe you even put the chalice in your bag already. It was just that awesome a move. But you're kind of the first one the camera zooms in on, and we see in your eyes the flickering of the video as it getting closer and closer to something. Right now, your mom is like, well, I didn't know if I really wanted to be a breaker, but what's your dad's real name? Charles, maybe. I just knew that I wanted to be with him. It's this just really heartbreaking moment. And then in the close-up, we see, instead of the flickering of the projector, the burning fire of skulls as they they rise up in a ring towards the ceiling, and all turn to face and take you guys out. What do you do? Trapped in the moment here, Spoons. What's your
I mean, so I actually do kind of like see the image. It's still there, but sort of notice the skulls. Like, I'm not oblivious to this, correct?
Yeah, you can kind of see it like as if it was sort of behind the movie screen. Yeah, this weird after image that's faint, and the sound of the TV show is starting to fill your ears louder and louder.
But I recognize it as a threat, is what you're saying.
I think so. I think you obviously know something is terribly wrong. Do you think, like, is Spoons the type of person that can summon some kind of strength inside herself to deal with the situation? Or
I think not only that, but like Spoons is very much I would say has an affinity because of all of the past tragedies with Break to like be able to recognize if something is not quite right. So yeah, I think if that's a possibility to like sort of reach deep down in my own resolve to recognize that this is a trick of the Break and not something else, then yeah.
I think you totally have the means to do that. You're experienced. What's what. Like, some part of you knows this is dark magic,
right?
But this other part of you knows that it's your parents and you're getting to see them again. And if you just let it play out, you'll find out what really happened to them, right? So there's this like that's the threat. One of the threats, anyway. Like,
so
you have to stand up to it somehow, right?
And maybe there's this like internal struggle between like, I really want to know what happened, but at the end of the day, this could all just be trickery. So
yeah, that's true.
In an effort to sort of like center myself, I pull out my personal item, which happens to be a picture of my moms and pops, and try to use that as sort of like I don't need to know, like, what I know is okay, and I'll find out on my own.
Nice. We get the like POV shot and rack focus from the illusion, the movie screen, and you're holding the picture in front of, like, bring it up and break your line of sight to the movie screen.
So that part of Bohemian Rhapsody comes in. It's like, Mama.
Dope. Yeah. All right. Give me a resolve roll and take +1 from your item.
All right. Oh, I think
There it is.
there finally.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use that strain.
Streak is over. Oh no.
Yeah, the streak is definitely over, and I'll take that. Okay.
There you go.
Back on.
So it goes from being a failure to being a crit because of your strain. Wow.
Holy shit.
It wasn't so much the streak was over. There was just a tiny little dip, and then boom, we're back on the road.
We should have believed. We should have just believed. Holy crap. How many strain do you have left? Is that your last
I
one?
have one strain left.
You have one left. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right. From failure to crit, the spoons story. Yeah. Well, I mean, once again, like, I'll turn this over to you. Like, what do you do? How do you snap out of this? And you see some advantage here, right? You, like, turn the tables somehow. That's up to you. It could be like helping someone else potentially, or whatever. Like,
Sure. So I think, like, upon noticing or like having that feeling of like, I really think that the break is kind of fucking with me at this point, and I use the picture. And as you mentioned, like, the picture takes over my view of the screen, and I think when I bring it down, it's like gone, and I sort of see the threat in front of me. Like, that's sort of the centering that I needed. So if there was any sort of advantage, it would be, I think, to know that the threat is coming, or to be able to maybe use the seats as cover while saying to the rest of my group, like, get down, enemies, the moment you land.
I like imagining the idea that on the screen, instead of the actual, like, the film you saw, we just see Kai Shirakai played by, like, Christopher Lee, and it's like evil orb, just like waving his gnarled fingers, like,
There you go.
trying to ensorcellate everybody.
nice.
Yeah.
That's what's actually on the screen. It's this, like, black and white Flash Gordon being a merciless figure that's, like, with a globe of earth, like, cackling. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. So okay, yeah, that's great. So you snap out of it, and you seize this advantage. I think so, because of the nature of the magic here. Like, yelling at your friends is not going to cut it. I'm kind of making pick an advantage. Like, do you want real good cover against the skull attack, the imminent skull attack, or do you want to, like, go and grab one of them and like shake them out of their daze?
Yeah, actually, I think I will try to save an ally,
and that'll just save them from their roll. Like, it's going to be you critted here, so it's a really good advantage. They won't have to roll. You're just going to, like, wake them up.
Right. Who's the closest to me?
They're all basically.
Who had the best roll aside from me? Let's see. Let's do it that way.
Who has the worst resolve?
Yeah. My resolve is +0. If we're looking for, like, rolls.
Yeah, Nairo rolled a 3.
Okay.
Or Nero did. Sorry.
Yeah, I landed the hardest.
All right. So maybe that's who I'm gonna help.
You're gonna grab Nero.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. So you grab him, shake him, and immediately, like, you snap back into focus.
So when you come over to help me up, like, we see the close up, I think, of our, like, hands, like, clasping, like, I grab your wrist and we lock eyes for a second, and maybe we share a moment where, like, you see you have this vision of your mother in your head, and you see, maybe we share a psychic, like, bond for a second. You see my parents, and, like, my father has, like, the slaves, like, manacles on, and my mother is, like, weeping, and I look at you for a moment and we lock eyes, and I'm like, my mother's name was also Martha. Like, pull myself up to my feet and draw my sword. I hold it aloft, and I shout. Maybe for you, I shout for you to like rouse the others. I'll hold back these fiends, and my shield emerges from my arm to block.
As he jumps away, I'm like, my fucking mom's name is Emma. I don't understand. But I just couldn't sort of let it do his thing, and I go treat. Yeah, I do start.
All right. So the skulls attack. Vandal and Kraken are gonna try to snap out of their spells, right? I assume, unless you want to get something out of this. Otherwise, you wanna wake up. I assume, right? That's your
yes. Kraken's gonna attempt to. It's just
Yeah.
a resolve roll.
It's a resolve roll to wake up. Yep. And we'll see. Are you awake and defending yourself when the fireballs or when the skulls attack or not?
No.
You are.
No, I am not.
You are not.
Kraken, who's staring into the video right now, and as the tear rolls down his cheek, just crippled with survivor's guilt, seeing all of his various colleagues who were destroyed as part of the university, including at the moment where he begins to bring his glasses back up, where the reflection of the actual flames of the skulls is in it. It might have been enough to catch his attention is the moment that the corpse that comes on screen is of one of his fellow professors, Claudia Nemenson, who he actually had a deep, long time crush on. And as she comes on screen, he just drops his glasses and the left frame cracks. And he's lost in this, just crippled by the
It's a metaphor.
Nice. Best failure description ever. I love it. JP, you want to try to wake up here too?
Yeah, I'll make a resolve roll. 6, not good either. Shit.
Oh, dear.
No.
I think I'm just so intent on this motherfucker insulting me on the screen when I know in my heart of hearts that it was the most beautiful spiral of state history Hall of Fame. And I know that I made that play happen and everything. So I just keep firing off shots until the gun just starts clicking because there's no more bullets anymore.
It actually gets worse for both of you. Like it zooms in on Claudia. And she is introducing all the professors, and she's like going, to their offices, and they're coming out and saying like, "Oh, hi, Claudia. I didn't expect," little lame video setups, and you coming to your office like it's about to happen. She's about to knock on your door, and for JP or for Vandal, it's like scenes from the rest of your life where like someone is like filming a birthday party at a Chuck E. Cheese, and you're in the background spraying for bugs, and they like zoom in on your paunch.
Yeah, that was probably the first job where I actually was Chuck E. Cheese himself. And so it does like the look into the costume, and you just see me like tearing up as I'm doing something for the kid.
It's like every just hateful comment that you never heard, just playing.
Yeah, one of the dads is, well, that guy sure is a fucking loser working at Chuck E. Cheese. That type of stuff, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. The two of you are free to fight, though. So the skulls raise, they take aim at what they think are helpless victims of the spell, and they come screaming down out of the raptor. They don't shoot fire. They actually like open their jaws wide and come streaking down towards you to collide, smash into you with their flaming skull heads. Mm-hmm. So Spoons and Nero, you're gonna you can fight, you can dive for cover, you can do whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna make some rolls. Defend your teammates if you want to try that.
My plan here is to more or less protect Spoons as she works her revivifying magic on Vandal and Kraken, right? Like I want to protect her from getting hit so that she can shake them out of the spell that they're so obviously under.
Okay. Protect Spoons is your goal. Got it.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Spoons, is that your plan too? Are you waking somebody up?
Yeah. I want to make sure we have all. Yeah.
Who's your choice for waking up?
So let me. It's still just Vandal and Kraken, right? So let me. Who got the second? We're gonna go based off of the roll. So I think.
It was Matt. He had a 6.
All right. We're gonna. Against my better judgment, we're gonna revive Kraken first.
Wow.
No, it's fair play.
All right. So you're both gonna make prowess rolls for me.
All right.
Adam, you're gonna take -1.
Okay.
9.
Oh.
Bam! Fuck your -1. Suck it.
Dang.
For those of you listening to the MP3, I got a fucking 12.
Games are easy when you just roll crits. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Dude, he rolled crits all day yesterday, and we paid for it. So
It's true.
Yeah. So you can choose, Adam. So right now, Spoons is making her move to. Sorry, it's to Kraken, right? You're waking Kraken up.
yeah.
Okay. So you dash over in the seats there where he's lying to snap him out of it. One of the skulls streaks down towards Spoons, and towards you too. You're getting attacked too, Adam.
Mhm.
So you can, with your crit, like I think you can sort of spin that to negate the attack on Spoons.
Yeah.
And then also defend yourself against one of the skulls, but then get hit by a third one, which I think is probably your goal here. Or you can just keep your crit and like not get hit at all. Totally, just like.
No, I'll take the hit. I wanna protect Spoons. I wanna be the bulwark against these flaming skulls. So.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I guess you because you got a crit too, like you could also protect Vandal. But I think that'll mean that you're taking 2 hits in that case.
I'll take the one. I'm focused predominantly on Spoons.
Okay. All right. So Vandal is taking a hit and Nero is taking a hit. The Spoons and Kraken are protected while she wakes him up. Let me get my skull damage here. Okay. First on you, Nero. 1 point of damage.
Nice.
However, skulls are armor piercing. Their attacks are armor piercing.
Okay.
So it ignores 1 point of armor and destroys 1 point of armor.
Oh man, I look even cooler after this fight. My armor's all burning off. My chiseled torso is visible for all to see. Getting burned. I'm such a hero.
These things you discover. You haven't seen these before. These aren't like denizens of your world or anything. This is a weird magical thing.
Yeah.
The skulls are actually wraiths. It like passes through you, screaming with this ethereal fire, and it does damage to your soul.
Yeah. I think as the thing like passes through me and my armor like ages magically and like starts to crumble away, we see a single lock of my like perfect raven black hair like tumble out of the warrior's braid and become like chalk white and like falls in front of my face. And as I'm like holding these wraiths off, I point up at the black and white like the grainy wizard on the screen, and I'm like, "Is that all you have, wizard?"
And Vandal, in your incapacitated state, also 1 point of damage. It ignores your armor and destroys 1 point of armor. However,
Okay.
so
But I'm still dazed. So like, what is?
yeah. So I think like it's like a jump scare. It's like you're playing Outlast or something. All of a sudden in your home movie,
Right.
they're going to some like other way of trying to humiliate you with video, and all of a sudden there's this like skull jump scare in the video, like rah, like right in your face, and then it disappears.
Okay.
But your
Yeah.
heart's pounding and like you're sweating.
And then you said it burns off a piece of the armor, right? Or the
Yeah.
armor is okay. I think
One-
it just takes the football pads or something like that. And
Oh,
they
nice.
either, I guess they burn like the straps connecting them burn and just kind of
Yeah.
fall to the ground. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm just screaming, like I just make a loud guttural noise because I'm super, like you said, I'm super fucking surprised by this.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. And then you Spoons, you shake Kraken awake. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That works.
As the tears are pouring down my face, just kind of shake my shoulders and my eyes kind of refocus and look at you. Oh, what? Look down at my glasses and pick them up. And as I put them on, I push them completely to the base of the nose with the one spider cracked side and say, let's get these sons of bitches.
Nice. The skulls like swirl around behind you, whipping past. The two of you kind of duck and dodge from behind the chairs there. And then we're back at the top. So Spoons.
So maybe I could say, Kraken, I need you to wake up Vandal.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get to work on these skulls, and then I'm gonna take a shot.
Nice. So let me just warn you here. So you've got some serious incoming fire coming your way. There's 8 skulls total.
Okay.
They're in a position to come at you, the 4 of you. Just to keep things simple, we'll probably just do like 2 and 2, 2, 2. They're very well coordinated flaming wraith skulls. they break it.
Synchronized wraith dancing. It's a thing.
Synchronized attacks. Yeah, it'll just be easier to resolve that way.
Yeah.
So if you stand and fight, you're going to be facing 2 attacks. Essentially, is the situation.
Okay.
I'm not saying you can't do that. I just want you to realize the severity here. You're not kind of picking one off. The two of them are coming at you from either side.
Okay.
As much as I'm enjoying being like a slightly burned Frank Frazetta painting, maybe we should get out of here.
We have to wake Vandal up.
I mean,
So
I think I'm up. I'm just shaking right now. Like I didn't get a chance to react. I just screamed and then that was it. Like I'm still kind of shocked.
Well, if Nero gives any sign of retreat, then that's gonna be Spoons' sign to be like, okay, yep, we should probably just get out of here, find a heavy door to get behind.
Yeah, there's not an easy, immediate way out. There's the way you came in. If you could get like a rope up there, a grappling hook or something, you could swing through the gravity inversion or something to get to the entrance. Otherwise, you're like, there's theater exit doors that go.
So like when I'm looking at C1, are we technically like we're on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Per se.
So
We're not like on the ground. Oh, we are walking on the ceiling.
You're walking on the ceiling. That's where let me see if I can ping it. Like this is oh shit.
We fell all the way down.
Right. Gotcha.
Like this way. And we're walking right here, correct?
No, that's the ceiling of the theater.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are like closer. You're like up here.
Yeah. So we literally are inverted.
Yeah. So like where that hole is on B3, that goes up to B3. That's where the theater exit doors are, and then this kind of orange mass here is near where the hole is that you guys fell through. So you can get to it.
What about behind the screen?
Yeah, behind the screen, at least according to Kraken's map, that leads down towards where the keystone shard probably is.
Let's do it. I could cut a big hole in it with my big sharp sword, and we could run that way.
I think that's what I say. I think I kind of like lead the team to just say like behind the screen, we have to keep going. Ignore the skulls.
You hear over Kraken's shoulder as he rushes off towards Vandal. Okay, but first.
Yeah, wake up the big guy. So if your plan is like keep your head down, take cover, try to get out of here, right? You'll minimize your exposure to the skulls instead of like having a battle. It sounds like that's what you want to do anyway. You're certainly capable of fighting them, but it's pretty dangerous to take 2 attacks from these guys.
Right. So you're running, or are you waiting to see what Nero is going to be doing?
Oh, is this from action?
Well, I'm wondering whose action is it right now?
Yeah.
Basically, it's Spoon's action.
Spoon's is the fastest.
To, like lead the way, whether it's to, take off, or fight or cover other people's exits or whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it for the screen.
You're gonna run for the screen.
Yeah, and
Cool.
bark out some commands to do so.
Do you want to like try to find a way around and like a door or something? Or are you gonna go through it? Is that the goal? Cut through the screen or smash it or something?
I mean, that would be the fastest way back there. So yeah, I think to cut through it would be the right thing to do.
Cool. Do you have any? What's your implement for going through the screen?
That's a great question.
I will totally throw you my sword if you want to.
Oh,
I will totally do that.
Or maybe I could at least run to the screen to provide cover. Is holding an action a thing in World?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Nero can be the screen cutter, and you can.
Yeah. That's it. So maybe I bark the command like Nero through the screen, and then kind of like put my back to it with my gun out.
Yeah, you can like suppressing fire for him or something if you want to.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, sweet. Make a prowess roll for me.
All right.
How your maneuver goes.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
All day.
All day. Yeah. Once again, man. I mean, you're living up to the legacy, right?
Apparently, I am.
Yeah.
Spoons is the protagonist of this event.
Yeah, 100%.
So you run down, keeping your head down like between the movie seats, right? And one skull like streaks in front of you and burns a whole skull-shaped kind of hole in the back of a seat, and you duck and dodge, and they whip past your head, and you put your foot up on it's got like a stage, like an old-timey movie there with an actual like proscenium kind of there, and you're able to put your back against the screen and start blasting away with RoboCop gun, and the skulls actually, even though they're wraith-like, they're ducking and dodging away from the bullets, and you've seen this before, like something about being a breaker, like there's you can fight otherworldly creatures even with metal and bullets. So yeah, you sort of clear a path in this swarm of skulls for Nero to make his move, and at the same time, I believe Kraken is rushing to wake up Vandal. Yes,
yes. I rush up to Vandal, and Vandal's just standing there screaming, still entranced by this enchantment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm no, and I'll take a no. Just get a big breath.
And while you're doing this, firing your empty gun in the air.
Yeah, I've got it tilted. I'm just loaded.
The mass difference between Kraken, who is this very thin, spindly-looking man, and Vassal, which is this robust, once linebacker type individual, I kind of look at myself, my hands, not sure what to do. With a moment of intense assurance, I reach back and with just all my might, just whack, slap Vassal right across the face.
Do we need to roll the strength of this slap, or does it just connect? What do you say, Mr. Harper?
No, I think it's all right.
It just connects. Okay, yeah.
I don't think it's a truly deadly slap. But it does snap you awake.
Yeah.
The minute I see your eyes focus back, I just look at you and go, "Sorry."
No, you wouldn't. If you ever played Outlast, it's fucking scary, all right? And I swear to God, something just oh, it was that. Wait, where? And I look towards Spoon. I see them behind, and they're like saying like, "Get over here, like run over here." I either take you in my pick you up like you're a football, or just push you along and just start going. Yeah, I'm just like 10 hut, and I just start running towards the fucking screen as fast as possible.
Nice. So yeah, Nero. Actually, you're all gonna get to make prowess rolls here. Spoons is like bought you time. The skulls are still a threat, right? But you're not standing your ground and fighting them. You may get clipped on the way. But it's not two each anymore. It's sort of like random swirl of skulls. So yeah, everyone. Actually, I guess the order doesn't really matter in this case, so you guys can just all
right.
roll.
Paralysis. I rolled an 8. 9 for.
If you're short of 10, you're going to get clipped, but you're going to make it to the screen in time for Nero's.
I'm going to use the strain.
Oh,
I haven't
dear.
used the strain.
I'm going to
whole
need to use
show.
my last one too.
I haven't used a single one. Are you going to stay at your 9, Kraken?
No, I got one more strain left. I'll go ahead and use it.
All right. 5. So that puts me at a 13. Perfect.
Nice.
That puts me at a 12.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I got a 7 total for mine.
7 total. All
You're
right.
having a rough time there, King.
I know.
Or Prince, or whatever. How many ever names you have?
So you guys both crit.
Well, and it makes sense too, because I would want to be the last one, like first one to the screen, last one out, like ushering everyone through, fighting off these monsters.
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes total sense. And since you guys Kraken and Vandal, since you guys crit, you're not just gonna like blunder through the screen into whatever is there, right? You're gonna have the wherewithal to like orient yourself and do something intelligent on the other side.
Yeah, and in one hand I have the flashlight out immediately, in the other hand I have the scanner up, just desperately trying to see what the hell's in front of us.
Nice. So yeah, and Spoons is still covering you. You get clipped by a skull. Bro. 2 damage.
Not bad.
And burning off another point of armor. Because they suck.
Yep.
Are you out of armor at this point?
Who? Me?
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the last hit. Unless my shield also gets damaged, because it's not technically armor, but it gives me armor against a certain enemy.
You can choose to use it or not. You probably wouldn't have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because it's not helping me anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't just hold it out to get wrecked, right? You would.
Yeah.
Save it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so I think that's what we see. Like everyone piles through the hole, and Nero's the last one. And as it's got that kind of metal metallic covering with the little pinholes in it. You've cut it with shadow slicer. What's your sword called?
It has many names. Vengeance of Shadows is the one you're looking for. Ender of Demons, Wizard's Bane.
It cuts the hole. Everyone squeezes in as Nero fits through one of the skulls, passes through him, and you see more hair fall.
Yeah, and I think as we're escaping, the shot on the screen is like a close up of the wizard's face, and the hole is like where his mouth is, and he's just like cackling evilly.
Yeah.
As we descend into the wizard's dark mouth.
The volume gets turned up in the theater, and yeah. Oh, actually, All right. Well, I'll let you guys decide how you want to spend your crits here. It sounds like, Matthew, you want Kraken to like scan ahead, read the situation, like figure out what's going on here.
I'm not a heavy combat hitter, but my one benefit here is being able to quickly assess what's around us and notify everyone else to react properly.
Yeah, totally. And then Vandal, you also critted, so I think you have a chance to like seal the hole, maybe.
Sure.
You want to try that?
Well, you tell me if this is something that's possible, because I'm going grandiose here.
Okay.
Being that I watched receivers run routes for many years as a high school quarterback, maybe not the best, but still adequate. I can see these skulls, running their routes in the air, and I also do have C4. So maybe I could get some C4 and toss it into an area where they will be intervening against each other and try to get some damage in that way. But you tell me if that's just going to be a straight up attack.
That's something you could definitely do. I think so. You just have. Does anyone else have C4? Is it just you?
I don't.
I do not as well.
I think I'm the only crazy person that would take it. So
thought about it, but
All right, so let's do. I love this idea, and normally this would be a fun kind of problem. But since you both crit, it would be a really shitty move for me to say what I was about to say. So hold on to that idea for a second.
Okay. All right.
Because you might change your mind after Matthew makes his insight or read the situation here.
Okay.
So making an insight roll?
Yeah, make your insight roll.
An 8.
All right. You do it with a compromise. I'm gonna fill in another cloud of woe tick.
Okay.
I think a part of your scanner, it's like a submarine battle. You know, you've just pinged, and somewhere the cloud is you know, its attention. What was that? You know, it's drawn to the scanner. But on the other side of the screen here, the skulls on the other side are screaming and whipping past, and bits of eldritch fire like poking through the hole that Nero made with his sword. You scan around. You're in the darkness. It's an old theater where the screen moves, you know, in and out. So there's flies, like theater flies, and ropes and pulleys and stuff that go up to a catwalk, and that transitions above to the outbuilding, one of the fortresses in the break. You can kind of see it there on the map further down, leading into this tower. So above you, there's orange light streaming in through arrow slits of a medieval tower that seems to be sort of built out of the back of this movie theater, but you know that it's just the break kind of like smashing them together.
Yeah.
But the important part of your role here, so your success, is you lock on to the keystone. It's up. It is directly above you by D1, and you can kind of even see it. There's it's this oblong crystalline black shard about the size of a coffin, stuck through where the join is there between the white room of C1 and the orange area of D1 on the map.
All right. As I see this on the scanner, I immediately turn to everyone else and both shoving it in front, not really acknowledging whether or not they understand what's on the screen. But I'm like, I found the keystone and it's there. And I just point up and let everyone follow the direction I'm pointing until all of our eyes meet up to that same destinating point.
And behind you, Vandal like puts the detonator in the C4 and is like ready to.
Yeah. And I stand up when you're like thrusting your phone out, and I sort of like push it away and look at you, and I say, "We have no time for your emojis now, Kraken. We have to press on."
Yes, sure.
And like I think seeing like you probably didn't see me do all the fighting, but like seeing me now, like my armor's all disintegrated. I've gone from He-Man to Elric in like a quick jump.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm all like kind of like emaciated looking, and the fight with the Wraiths is not. I have 1 hit point left, so.
Right, but you still hold your own Stormbringer, so you're good.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. Maybe the sword is the one that's wielding me now.
So JP, does this register with Vandal? Are you just like, fuck it, I blow up the skulls? Or,
what is it that we see on the screen? Like, are you basically fucking Neo just reading a bunch of 0 and 1s, or like is it?
That's a good question.
Like when you put this in front of me, is Vandal of lesser intelligence going to be? I don't. What does that mean, man? It's just a bunch of 0s and 1s. What is that?
We found the keystone and it's up there. And I snap my fingers in front of your face till I have your eyes, and then I point them upward, guiding them as simply as I can to what I saw, which was the joining point between the tower and this space where the crystal is kind of jutting outward.
There's just a sort of slight glint of orange light up there. That could be a keystone. Yeah, it sort of looks like what he's saying. Yeah.
Spoons, you got to make a call here. Look, I was trying to get rid of the skulls, but if we only got one shot, and I'm the only one that brought C4, because I'm the only one with brains around here, then I'm going to save it.
Not going to hold him forever either. Like while you're saying that, like it's like burning at the edges of the hole, and there's wailing and skull teeth clicking on the other side.
We have to go. We came here for a reason. There's no reason for us to back out now. I don't really like that way anyway.
All right,
theater
you heard the lady. Let's go. And I like put the C4 back in my belt. I'm trying to think of a way to close like a cinema screen type situation.
You ever seen a movie called Inglorious Bastards before? You ever seen that movie? You remember how that movie ends? We should do that. Only less Hitler and more skulls.
Maybe a guy with magic powers could like command them to be gone or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a guy with magic powers and 1 hit point would love to do that.
I mean, you're just risking killing your character. I mean, what's the big?
That's true. It's true.
In the absence of that, yeah, it looks
Listen,
like
if we just run for the keystone and we can like shut down the break, then it'll take Flaming Skull and friends with it. So
Yeah.
presumably, yeah, it'll.
don't you presumably me, John Harper?
You guys have never been in a break when it actually fell apart before, but you know,
You're right.
it can't be that bad. It's like driving sideways, right, Vandal?
Yeah.
Spoons, we got to get going. Look, this thing's not going to hold them
We're gonna
forever.
head down D1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna climb up through the theater rigging and
Yes.
up the catwalks and everything until it sort of turns into medieval stone steps and arrow slits and hanging chains and it looks like, you know, props from a from a Frankenstein movie or something.
Yeah, that
Right.
sweet Diablo looking shit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All the windows have like weird spikes sticking out of them for no reason.
Pointless pentagrams everywhere.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, if you guys just want to book it, the slow guy is going to be nipped at on his heels by skulls. So if otherwise everyone can just go for it. But
No, I'm normal. I'm normal speed.
that's
Okay,
going to
who's slow?
That would be I. That would be.
Handle, you got plenty of hit points. You're
Yeah, I got
fine.
18 HP.
Exactly. We're okay with that.
If you want to hold the stairs as the rear guard as the skulls come up, that's the situation you're in right now.
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm okay with that. There's
All
there's 8 of them, right?
There's 8 of them, yes. You got it. You're fine.
All right. Yeah. You guys go on ahead. I'll make sure that these things don't get by. Look, don't come back for me if you see if I'm being too scared by these Outlast motherfuckers. You just keep going.
I'm already running.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, Kraken, you're supposed to wait till I finish my sap. Fucking asshole. I just like get ready on the.
Maybe it's just like it was in the beginning of the episode where you're like talking to the guys in there.
When we get the close up of your face,
Don't worry
and then
about me, guys. I'll be fine. And then you look back and they're just not there.
Exactly.
yeah, just the pan out, and everyone's gone already. Oh.
Yep. 100%. 100%. It's like, God damn it.
As we're running, since I did get a nice close view of Nero's currently beat up state, I shout out to Spoons and be like, Spoons, anything you can do to help? I think Nero's about to go down.
I mean, he's very sexy right now, but also very hurt.
It's true.
Yeah, and I did pick up a few first aids. So if I can actually apply some first aid in this situation on the go, that'd be good.
Yes, you can. You're a medic. You can do that. You can
All right,
fix him.
do it.
And you know, if you want to use multiple first aid kits, you can. You can use as many as you want.
Yeah, I've only got one of 12.
All right. Well, I need this man, so I'm gonna roll a 2d6 for 2, leaving me 3 first aid kits left. So that should be good. So 5.
All right. I'm at half. I got 6. I got 6 to 12. That's not the worst.
Hey, if we're running up a medieval staircase, that's pretty good healing. That's some pretty advanced.
For sure.
That's true. That's very true.
It's running behind me, spraying Bactine on me.
Like trying to wrap his. Well, he has like a soul burn on his back in the shape of a skull. You know, you're like, okay, I guess I'll put a Band-Aid on that. I don't know.
It's like Resident Evil first aid spray at this point. It's the only way it'll work.
Yeah.
Just stand next to me and do this. I'll be fine.
It's from the green herb.
Just for cinematic purposes, right? Like the stairs are like spiral up the inside of the tower. So you guys, and there's no railings, of course, because evil overlords don't have. And so you can see down all the way at the bottom, or not at the bottom necessarily, but like halfway, backing up the stairs. Do you have your flamethrower out, Vandal? Is that your? Are you using something else?
Yeah, I think I do, but I'm still super interested in the whole C4 thing. So I'm watching the routes these things are running very closely to see if there is a point where they will intersect, so I can at least get 3 or 4 of them knocked out in one shot.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I am super slow. Like the party's,
Yeah,
they're 20 steps in front of me at all times.
When you glance up, you can see them like rounding a few corners ahead of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then at the bottom, there's the burned pieces of screen finally like break through and smolder and singe the floor, and little sparks, like welding sparks, as the first skull presses through the opening and pans its baleful gaze. They have like in the darkness here, they have like beams, coming out of their eyes that sweep back and forth, and
sure,
a few more come in behind it, and then they all whip their heads upward, the skulls upward towards you, and start flying up the middle of the staircase. But you're gonna hold them off, and also you're like you want to like get a read on a good place potentially to detonate all of them. That's kind of your plan, right?
Yep.
Why don't you give me an insight roll first to like read the play of the defense here?
I will probably be rolling a strain here, but let's just open up with that.
Probably.
2d6 minus 1. It's a 9. I'm actually gonna roll the strain, so it is a crit.
I'm gonna crit the shit out of that.
Perfect.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that was good. I was tempted to mark more Cloud of Woe there, so I'm not gonna do that.
You're welcome, team.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you critically figured this shit. Oh, actually, I think you spot a good opportunity here. As you get up, you put your foot onto the first of the stone steps that the rest of the team has already gone up, and you look down below you, and the rest of the scaffolding and the theater rigging and is all ropes and wood and plaster, and you don't probably even need C4. You can bring that thing down with your flamethrower.
Yeah, just fire. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. I guess the second I notice that, I just start spraying the flames.
Torch the thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is like the way back, so to speak, but that's...
Look, Vandal doesn't think that far ahead, all right? The team knows that he's not going to think that far ahead. He won't have to explain himself, so I just start lighting everything on fire.
Nice. Yeah, and the skulls, they're trying to get up to where you are, and you're trying to cut them off, right? You're trying to like bring the theater down on top of them so they can't pursue you.
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. Let's cut to the team, and we'll do like a bit of dramatic timing here for your flamethrower check.
Gotcha.
You guys get to the shard. It's like the size of a coffin, roughly. Piercing through dimensions. You get to see that up close, Kraken. In the shards, you see like other worlds beyond these. Every facet showing a different planet or world, or not in No Man's Sky terms either. Like actually different.
Yeah, I'm already recording this both video and readings in the scanner at the same time.
Yeah, you're getting so much data. It's just ridiculous. So it's piercing the wall of the tower physically. It's like cracked the stones, and obsidian bricks marked with unnecessary pentagrams have fallen onto the floor. And the part of the theater, like a toothpick through an olive, kind of. But it's also piercing dimensions. So it's both. Around the edges, there's this weird wobbling shimmer. Where it's causing the break to this is the linchpin. You wreck this thing, you pull it out, you destroy it, you do something to it, and the two universes can't be connected anymore. They'll come apart.
I have an idea. All right, Nero, you say you have some sort of connection with the magics of this land, right?
Yeah, so Nero is just like staring into the crystal, and I just kind of like nod.
All right. Whatever that is that draws these crystals in this land, there's some sort of connection here. If there's a way that you can somehow weaken the barriers within this crystal with your magic, just think of ways to take these worlds in here and push them together. and I start reaching into my pack and pulling out my tech kit. And I start setting up, based on all of my calculations and my previous theories about these dice or fence particles themselves, there might be a way to actually overload and shatter the crystal from the inside. So I'm pulling it out. I'm like, all right, so I need to go ahead and fuse the dorsal passage glob flange right here. And I go ahead and plug something into the side of the crystal. I pull something else out. It looks like a laser array clamp. And I start like tightening it to one side of the parts of the jutting out. If we descale the biaxial plasma splitter before we stimulate the Metatronic data core, this entire crystal should detonate while you're focusing on this arcane element to go ahead and push it into its own dimensional cortex, which will cause the spatial rift to collapse, either jettisoning us back to our home world and getting rid of the break, or destroying us all. But, we don't have a lot of choices right now. So,
in the background of all the techno babble, you just hear Vandal screaming like, "Come on, you motherfuckers!"
Get some.
Yeah.
So while you're talking, like I think we hear all of what Kraken is saying, but when the camera falls on Neurovax, we can see he's staring into the crystal, and in the reflection of one of the crystals, one of these like millions of alternate universes, we see the past as if reflected from his memory, or maybe he's seeing something, but. So we see this like grand imperial palace, and we see the emperor and empress of Kivraxia, his parents, mother and father, and a young Prince Nero. And we see the wizard Kai Shirakai, who in the scene, he's the like vizier to the emperor and empress.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And they're arguing, right? They're arguing about something, and basically like the gist of it is that they have this plan. They've found this fertile new world that they want to incorporate into the Kivraxian Empire, right? And to do so, they use these magical crystals that gently blur the boundaries between the worlds until they're all one place. And we've done this hundreds of times. That's why Kivraxia is so grand and beautiful. But Kai Shirakai doesn't want to do it. He wants to do the violent approach. He's like, no, we should seize these people as our slaves. We should pillage their world. And the emperor and empress are like, no, that's not our way. And he storms out, his eyes burning with rage. And I think that we snap back to Nero, and I like just have my hand on the crystal, and there's this sort of faint kind of harmonic like humming sound as I try to decide if I can carry on my parents' work and like purge the crystal of his magic, and instead of tearing the break, instead of breaking the crystal and separating the worlds, if I can just peacefully merge these two zones together into one place. So that's all the stuff that's going on in Nero's head. And I think I'm probably starting to incant the spell that's gonna do that. And I feel like there's probably some connection. Like maybe you like we tried to communicate with you in the past, Kraken, as someone who could like help us make that merge. Like maybe you had dreams about these theories, and then you like wake up with these like eureka moments, and they're coming from like our mystical scientists that are trying to like find people in the Earth realm that can help them. So maybe you're having a weird sense of deja vu too.
Yeah, and I'm shaking my head and attaching all these various homemade electronics outside the crystal and occasionally pausing and rubbing my eyes and going back to work and diving in and every now and then glancing my shoulder, waiting for you to respond.
Matt's so good at RP that the dimensional vortex is just screwing everything up right now.
Crazy robot voice.
Yeah, everything you just said came through in like crazy robot voice, which worked, but was very strange.
Yeah,
cool.
It worked out. I don't know why. Yeah.
The dimensions are sharing, man. That's what happens. That's what happened. Holy shit.
It is not fixed. I don't know what is happening.
Either that or Matt Mercer literally is the most fucking amazing voice talent. That could also be the case.
No. It might have just been a USB fuck up.
Did it fix?
Yes, I think you fixed it. Whatever you just did, Matt.
We're good.
Okay, great. Let me go.
You're working now. Cool.
Hey!
The dimensional vortex.
You're back.
Perfect.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, what did you say? I didn't understand any of the robot demon.
No worries. Sorry. I said as I'm attaching all these tiny kind of homemade electronic pieces to the outside of the crystal, I keep rubbing my eyes as this deja vu is hitting me. These like distant dreams that are all starting to collide just by the proximity of this large crystal. And I keep looking over to you, waiting for some sort of response or answer as I'm escalating, trying to figure out what we're going to do before we all die.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I wanna start like activating the spell that'll like merge the realms.
And do you tell me this?
Yeah, I think I again, like I kind of impart it psychically to you in the same way that I had that moment with Spoons earlier. Like I look at you and we lock eyes, and you get all of that memory that I just had, like suddenly like flash through you. And maybe you see me like looking at one of those orbs we saw Kai Shirikai like looking at before, but I'm looking at you through one of these like royal communicator devices while you're working, and I'm just like nodding and smiling and like taking notes.
Yeah, and as that moment hits me, all of a sudden I stop, and all the various dials and button elements, I go back and reverse them. What I was setting to destroy, I'm now setting back the opposite side of the polarity, and using my techie talent, I'm planning to do my best to synchronize with his spell to try and instead now merge the worlds.
Yes.
Nice. So Spoons, jump in however you want here. I think we're about to have the big climactic moment. Will Vandal buy you time to do the gentle merging of the worlds on his own? And how will the merging go? I think that'll be a good capper for today's adventure. But you let me know how you want to be involved. I think you have kind of your options open here, right? You can be.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be involved in whatever way is going to ensure the most success. So
maybe we should let JP roll, because he's kind of the rear guard.
Yeah.
See how that goes, and that may inform your decision.
Okay.
Can I preemptively use Lucky?
Yeah. In what sense? What you want to say?
Well, Lucky is once per expedition, avoid a bad outcome and get away scot-free. So does that just mean it gives me a positive roll, or do I need to roll, get the negative outcome and then? Okay.
Yeah. I think you can roll. We'll see how effective your move is.
Okay.
And then when like all 8 skulls hit you at once, you can be like, no, I'm lucky.
Okay, gotcha. Here is the flamethrower prowess roll. A 7. I have 1 strain remaining, so I'll go ahead and use that. There you go. 13.
There we go.
Nice strain management, JP. Yeah, I think a crit will do it. When you look down, Spoons, to be like, okay, what am I going to do here? I'm not sure. You see like the burning remnants of the theater falling away with all like the plaster ceiling and the rigging and the ropes and the walls, like, and the skulls are coming up to the middle, and they just get enveloped in all this wreckage. So like the world below you just drops away. And
do we get the like Hitchcock, the zoom and pan thing?
Yeah. The dolly zoom where and then Vandal looking back over his shoulder, totally unharmed by this insanity. And the way out is gone, right?
Yeah.
The only way out now is through and beyond.
Then I mean, at that point, I kind of turn to Nero and Kraken, and I look at any way that I could possibly assist them.
Yeah, you tell me, man. It looks like a bunch of science magic. So, what do you
listen? If watching movies as long as I have has taught me anything, it's that science and magic are great, but it's feelings that really make it work at the end.
It's the 5th element.
That's right. We need your feelings powers.
Yes.
No, I like that. I think that's
yeah. I look back up my shoulder to Spoons as I'm putting these things together, and like,
I was like waiting for you to say
no, this is your moment.
I think I turn to Nero, and I'm like, I don't know anything of this fucking mumbo jumbo that you're doing, but what can I do to help?
Okay. And I think I reach out and I like take your hand. I hold your hand by like the back of your hand, and I like put it on the crystal, and I hold my hand over it, and you feel like a sudden like shock of power radiating from this thing, this strange pin. And I look at you and I just say, "Hold on to your butt," and I start to invoke my magic.
All right, nice.
I will use myself as a conduit for magic. Yes.
And I figured there's probably some backstory here. Like you took me to see Jurassic Park one time, and I was like moved by it. You know, the story of these mighty beasts, and it's been like a thing for us. So that's why.
I love the idea that you saw Jurassic Park, and what you got away from it was these beasts fought against opposition and survived.
That's right.
And that only things got better after Samuel Jackson's line of "Hold on to your butts." So
That was the secret word. Yeah.
That's how you summon a hurricane, right?
Yeah.
So I think if this makes sense to you guys, Kraken and Spoons, you are setting up Nero for a nice, smooth, dimensional joining.
Yes.
One of you using technology and one of you using the power of the human spirit. So why don't you guys roll, Kraken and Spoons, roll your insight and resolve respectively.
All right.
See how much you can aid. And Matthew, why don't you take +1 to your roll because you're using your techie here. This is your total area of expertise, right?
Yes, indeed. All of my research has gone to this.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can keep the rolls alive.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes. I can't
It's
even
just
believe
a
I never rolled as well.
Stop avalanche. Awesome.
Let's see if it follows.
Or is it?
Oh, the 11, the 13
man.
and the 11. Dude, we rolled
I can't
so well.
believe it.
You know you're setting me up for double ones now. You know,
Yeah.
that's all that's happening here.
Adam, take +2. I mean,
Okay.
Do you have strain, Adam?
I don't. I'm all out.
All right,
boy.
this is all she wrote.
And I have +2, and this is a resolve roll.
all or nothing. Yep.
Okay, which is of course my worst stat. All right, here we go.
Well,
It was a success, kind of.
awesome. Well, that's a perfect last shot for our show, right? The power flows through. It creates this beautiful moment where the sound all dies away. The burning wreckage below you seems distant. Everything slows down. Vandal arrives on the landing where you guys are as the crystal starts to turn in place faster and faster. And all the different facets, like a film strip, start to bleed into one continuous image. And it starts to resolve to the blended world, the strange parking garage and burning theater of Earth, and the office building, and the strange desert starts to become this kind of like Santa Fe commune, this like lovely terraced spa or something of human buildings, and also like ancient obelisks. And it's totally beautiful and lovely, but none of you will get to see it because the compromise on the roll is it pulls away, and all four of you get pulled with the crystal out into the void as the blended world. Oh, what a lovely possibility for our two lands. And the four of you, like, it's like the end of Superman, right? In the
Or as part of my lucky talent to avoid a bad outcome, I look into horror as I remain in this.
Nope, I'm still there. It's still me and you.
That's right. You watch Nero and Spoons are pulled away with the crystal.
You both pull your lucky cards, and you're like, adios.
Yeah, we're just standing there watching them drift apart. I'm just like, well, that fucking sucks. And they're just like going out. Exactly. Perfect ending. Loved it. Loved it. Good stuff. All right, let's do some shout outs and call it a show. As always, we'll start with you, sir.
A pleasure to play with all of you gentlemen. Thank you very much. It is certainly always exciting to do role play, whether it's a full show or a one shot. So thanks. I know that there was like a blackout moment there, but thanks to all the folks that stayed with us throughout the whole campaign, and for all the folks that'll catch up you'll never even know that it happened. So you know where to find me /djWHEAT on everything. And I just want to thank John. I want to thank Matthew. Honestly, an honor playing with you guys. Adam, you've only DM'd. It was great to kind of be a player. JP, as always, man.
I'm your blanket, Wheat. I'm your blanket.
I'm your book.
I'm your blanket.
Thanks, you guys.
Adam, do some shout outs, sir.
I would love to. Big ups to everybody for coming and hanging out. This was really fun. John, thanks for designing and running this for us. I'm personally just really happy to expose the whole world to the greatness that is John Harper. So that for me alone was nice. And if you want to, you can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Koebel. I'm Skinny Ghost on Twitter, and I'm GMing right here, Court of Swords, Balance of Power. So come on back tomorrow for some Star Wars action.
There you go. Mr. Mercer, some shout outs, please, sir.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank all of you guys for bringing me in to be a part of this. Absolute blast to get a chance to play, and with such an incredibly talented group of people. Fan of everything you guys do, and I'm very happy to come in and play with you guys on this. And John, incredible job, not just GMing, but this whole world and setting is so much fun. So thank you so much for running this through us and revealing it to everyone else out there at large to have fun with. Adam, you're amazing, and even just the brief time I've had a chance to chat, you've so much respect for you. You were fantastic, and I've seen some of your stuff before, and I'm really glad we got a chance to actually meet and play. Thank you, JP. You're fantastic, and everything you guys in your channel puts for the community is tremendous. So I'm honored to have been making a small part today, and all of you for watching and sitting through it. So as far as shout outs for other stuff, you can find me on Twitter at Matthew Mercer. I Dungeon Master for Critical Role on Geek and Sundry's Twitch stream Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. And thank you for watching.
There you go. About a month ago, we announced that we're going to have a new DM for RollPlay, and you guys have been watching him all day today as Mr. Harper is going to be DMing our next game. And we've got Wheat and we've got In Control lined up for the cast right now. Still working on the other two. But John, I guess some shout outs and maybe talk about the game a little bit, because we're going to be playing Blades in the Dark, your game.
Yeah. First, for today, I just want to thank you guys so much. I couldn't have dreamed for a better cast here. You guys brought it in. I knew you would. I knew a kind of simple dungeon crawl would let you guys just make awesome characters and do something really fun, which you totally did. So that was a great pleasure for me to be involved with. Moving on to the next thing. Going to be running Blades in the Dark here on RollPlay as the new RollPlay GM with Wheat and Jeff, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. It's my game in development now. It's available. The PDF is available now. The books are coming out later on, but it's a fantasy game, industrial fantasy game, kind of inspired by games like Thief and Dishonored. You play a group of scoundrels in this haunted city trying to make your way in the criminal underworld. So we're going to see how they can get by, if they can rise up in the faction ladders and become rulers of the underworld or get ground up by their enemies. It'll be fun to see what happens. If you want to see more of it, actually, I've been running a game that Adam plays in on my YouTube channel. You can find me, John Harper, on YouTube. I don't know how many sessions we've done now, Adam, like a dozen or something.
Like a dozen, I think. Yeah, it's been about a year.
Yeah. So if you want to catch up on that and kind of see the game in action, you can check it out there. And it's also available on DriveThruRPG if you want to pick up the PDF and see what you're going to get into when we start up the game. That'll be a place to check it out. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. Super psyched. Oh, and I should also say this game that we ran today will be coming out via my Patreon probably next week, I think. It'll have all the monsters and some pre-built dungeon stuff, and a bunch of stuff in the PDF. So if you're interested in playing this yourself, you can grab it over there. It'll be available pretty soon.
Fantastic. And that's over at patreon.com/John Harper, or however you feel like you want to pronounce Patreon. Because I have about 7 different ways, and I'll tell you every single one of them.
Patreon.
If you listen to me enough. So that'll do it, though, for this Breakers one-shot. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching. Thanks to Wheat, Adam, Matthew, and John for being here. And we will see you tomorrow, Force and Balance Power Light Side at 4 o'clock Eastern. So we're out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.